right. So, to give a quick backstory to what's going on before we jump into your characters getting through the introductions, the country of Soren has recently, as in like in the last few months, which are a thing in this setting, for the record.
We're not
Okay.
going back to moons? No!
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Nope. Months are a thing in this setting, so no more of that. Yes. In the last few months, had acquired new territory. And as a measure of goodwill, they have sent one of their sort of a all-purpose government-run guild to basically support the new territory. For your own reasons, you all had signed up to become members. You guys specifically signing up to basically do mercenary work for the guild. There are, of course, other services the guild offers that you might get to meet very soon. But you guys are basically coming over to this new land, this new town, this new everything. You guys are headed to the village of Lorne. And we are just hitting the point where the caravans kind of intersect. Everyone headed to the same kind of area. And at that exact kind of moment, the caravans kind of get a signal to kind of stop and rest for a bit. And that is where we're going to pick this campaign up.
Okay, how heavy is this campaign?
Gross. Anyways, your vision should be black, which is fine.
It is.
Indeed.
So have we joined yet? Have we joined the mercenary guild yet?
This is after you guys would have signed up. If you want to
We
talk
just
about
haven't met
your
each other
sign up,
yet.
you can like flashback. Yeah, you have not met each other yet, which is or you're like your fellow staff members or anything like that. But you guys will be getting the chance to do so. So let's start by rolling on a D5 to see who we're going to have be the first to introduce themselves.
It's gonna be Kiri.
Yes, actually.
What the? I'm a god.
Ah, you fucker.
IRL. I'm a divination
Right.
wizard. I'm just saying.
All right. So talking about this camp, there are a couple notable things. There is a
Good.
All right. So there is a couple tents of note. There is one with like extra layering on it. There is one really large tent, and there is a smaller tent. And of course, various other tents for various other people, including yourself, that you may have brought. So as you're coming out of the carriage cart into this kind of temporary camp, describe your character and what your character's immediate thoughts are and what they're doing.
A man in a two-piece suit with a somewhat shifty look in his eye. He doesn't appear to be carrying any weapons on him.
Mm-hmm.
He is fiddling around with a deck of cards, looking for an easy mark in the camp currently.
Okay.
As he walks up to a guard, or like one
no
of the
real
caravan people here that's sitting at this chair.
All right. It's a very small group.
One
outside
of the merchants.
You're specifically walking up to them looking for like a merchant, are you? In that case, make a perception check for me. Okay. With that, I will say, you find within kind of the double layered tent, it seems a pale-skinned dwarf who is sitting reading a book next to several chests, including one with a pink bow on it.
Greetings. How's it going, my kind sir?
It's going fine. Seems I'm going to some new place of business.
Great. While we're in a rest period, might I interest you in a game of cards to get to know each other?
A game of cards, eh? What do you buy? A game of cards, eh?
Yeah, take your pick.
All right. Okay. I'll have you make a I will say using your either intelligence or wisdom, because you're proficient in cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Make an intelligence or wisdom check with your proficiency bonus added. I will have him do the same. His intelligence and wisdom are actually identical. Let's see. It is a close game. It is a very close game, but you do manage to beat him, and he kind of like he goes to the chest with a pink bow. He like seems to go to open it, and then you see him kind of mutter a word in like a language that you do not. With you, I
I
have to double
understand
check.
Dwarvish.
That's not what he's speaking. A language
Okay.
you do not understand.
I'm
And
fucking undercommon. Fuck. I'm gonna take undercommon. I just didn't think anyone was gonna speak undercommon.
news for you, but we'll get to that in a second. Yes. So he speaks that language, and the chest with the bow seems to open by itself, and he grabs, I'm gonna say, 20 gold and hands it to you. Good game. The
Oh,
chest
thank you,
also
kind sir.
closed on
Good
its own.
game to you too. Very interesting chest you got there.
Ain't it? Would you like to say hello?
Is that the spell arcane lock?
Oh, it's no
Out
such
of
thing.
curiosity.
Nothing as that. Mimi, why don't you say hi?
Oh my gosh.
No.
As the chest kind of opens with this like smile.
God damn it, plebes.
It is hilarious that you brought it up.
We were talking about this earlier.
Oh my god.
Word.
You tamed a mimic?
Oh, it's not so much tamed. But don't worry, Mimi doesn't bite. Unless you try and steal from me.
I'm gonna pat Mimi on the head.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. Your hand is stuck.
Care to say that magical word again, kind sir?
Don't worry. Mimi, transform. And you see Mimi suddenly become this horrific monster, and then your hand gets released, and then back to a chest. Yeah, you don't really pet Mimi unless you got the special gloves. It's no magic words.
Good to know, I suppose.
Mimi does
Huh.
give you a lick, though.
I love this. So
Oh god.
already.
Oh.
I do
Rather
need to
friendly. Rather
need to-
friendly little chest, ain't it?
Of course she is. Now, I suppose I should introduce myself. What are you behind? This voice is going to get death of me. Anyways,
Of course.
name's Dwell.
Lanros, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Don't worry, I'm not sticky. He, like, reaches his hand out.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. God.
Well, I would have a few more questions if your hand was sticky, but a pleasure. And I shake his hand.
How's one? Apparently, it's going to be my job to keep you supplied, so. All right. That is our first NPC and player met. Let's roll the dice.
Alright, it's gonna be Dill.
Nope.
Damn it.
Oh, we haven't updated this. Give me a second. I'm going to replace the EF I have on here with the new EF.
Uh,
All right.
very tricky.
Yep. All right. So describe your character and what they're doing right now.
So she's a young, seemingly human girl. Seems to be probably about 16. And she is currently just sitting near her tent, fiddling with her rapier.
Understood? All right, I will say, you do see that exchange, and the chest kind of come to life for a second.
She gives it a look of question, but just shakes her head and laughs to herself.
Understood. All right. That is the introduction we're getting for now.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
All right.
plebes, can you unpause the game?
Oh yeah, sure. My bad.
All right, now it's gonna be Neo.
Yeah, I got
Actually,
you. All right.
it's gonna be Dill. Actually,
Actually, it's Ross.
Oh, hey, I'm not last.
we're both wrong.
I'm not last for once.
Okay.
Oh, hey. Uh. So I would. So I am. From the outside, look like a normal tiefling, but if someone were to look closer at a couple of details, they'll notice that I have some weird oddities. For example, my hands have 6 fingers instead of what would be normally 5. And other details like that, if anyone wants to try to take a look later. Um,
All right.
and um, I'm currently trying to work on seeing if anyone here has potentially a spare 6-fingered gloves that I could wear,
While
even
you're
though it's
doing,
unlikely.
while you're doing that, you see this this monstrous thing, this what you'd know to be an ogre, lugging this giant barrel over its head towards a large tent.
That explains the giant tent.
Seeing it come my way, I would like try to step to the side.
All right. It
S-
doesn't seem to.
sorry about that.
You can
Good
hear
God,
the
what?
water swishing.
Uh, good God, that is quite the lumbering fellow, eh?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
as he says that, you see him clutching a 4-leaf clover pendant that he has dangling around his neck.
Gotcha. All right. Uh, as soon as the ogre puts the barrel in his chest, or no, in his tent rather. Sorry.
it is.
Ignore that.
Just
Yeah.
absorbs.
he becomes Iron Man, but barrel.
He comes out. He comes out of the tent with a book, a
A book.
normal sized book, so it's tiny for him. And he like sits by like a little tree and like starts like thumbing through it, oddly delicately, honestly.
Oh, he's just
Uh,
a big baby.
Taking a glance at him reading the book, I'm assuming I have an angle to where I can see the cover of the book. Can I tell what he's reading?
I will note it is written in a language that once again none of you speak.
Oh, god damn it.
But make either an investigation. Make an investigation check.
Okay. That is a 20.
All right, looking at some of the pages he's looking at in the cover of the book, it is some kind of medical textbook written in giant.
Hmm. Huh. That's interesting.
And you see diagrams of the book he chose. He's got diagrams of tiefling.
Oh. Uh. She's slowly gonna start backing away a little bit. Probably not paying attention to where she's going, backing up.
Bumps into the mimic.
Backed up
Gets
in the mimic.
that mimic.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh,
Please do not back up into me.
oh,
This is a very delicate suit.
sorry.
All right. Then next up, we are going to have. Okay.
Oh, hey, I can see.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's me then.
Yeah, it's you next. Yep.
Is it daylight out at the moment?
It is still daylight, and you'll note, by the way, that this guy right here seems to be like sticking to the shade. Seems like he's not particularly fond of the sun.
I don't exactly know where my guy's tent would be, but currently draped in a rather large black cloak. I'm just gonna place him like way over here
Yeah, that's fine.
because his tent is like particularly away from a lot of the others.
Fair enough.
A very large, because I looked it up, a large looming human, maybe, because he's not really showing his features. He doesn't want to, at least.
Gotcha. So he's like hooded up, so it's you can't really tell. People can't really tell what race he is on the.
On the outside, or like from far away, at least. And right now he's just kind of like sitting down, just like looking at his like little hand. That's something that's in it.
All right. You see, that the ogre seems to take like a tentative look at you, and you see him like pull out a journal in his pocket and like grabs a quill and starts scribbling something down.
For the record, in my head, Clarice propped up, like sitting on top of one of the barrels near her tent.
Really? You're sitting there to one of the barrels.
Yeah, she's like on top of a barrel.
All right. As soon as he notices you're doing that, he comes stomping over to you. No water.
What do you mean, no water?
No.
I'm just sitting.
You say you're just sitting there?
Yeah.
He gives you a nod, and he goes back to what he was doing.
Well, he's gonna kind of like take a notice of like the glancing at him and just kind of like back up a little further towards his tent, not in it, but like close to it.
Right. As you are doing that, you kind of back up into, you see an elven woman with a darker skin reading a book. In common this time.
That's a first.
Yep. Pardon me.
Oh yes, sorry, ma'am.
No bother. The book she is reading is titled Outer Planes, a complete guide.
Like he kind of takes a bit of notice to that. Still trying to hide his face a little bit, and just like,
Yep. Gotcha. And finally,
oh, I can see.
you can see.
I could see.
Oh, he's so
I
cute.
can fight. Where is it? Oh,
I love him.
I always love Dale's
Oh,
art. Oh yeah, this is the first time that Neo see. I don't know. Stain. Never mind. Never mind.
No.
Yeah,
This
same.
is the first time you've seen a colored Dill art.
Yeah, Bill.
Anyways,
he's a human.
Mhm.
Although it seems like there's a lot of those.
Yeah. This is a
wears
very eclectic group.
yeah.
There's
Well,
one other human.
He's wearing a kind of like a brown, almost reddish kind of cape with kind of very basic clothes underneath. Tiny bits of like what might be armor. Kind of crazy hair. Weird eyes, which I don't think you can really see, but
You can kind of see him if you zoom in.
If you zoom in, you can see him.
yeah, I'll probably put a picture of it later.
They are
he's
cool though.
probably at this point would probably just be wandering around looking for something to do.
As
Potentially-
you're wandering, you guys hear a deep voice come from one of the carriages. All right, it seems like everybody's here.
Hmm?
Oh,
Oh,
not
Gary,
anymore.
no! Gary, you're
no.
back!
I was just leaving and rejoining. I was having delays.
Gotcha. So yeah, like, all right, it looks like everyone's here. And you see this like small, I'm gonna say bearded goblin.
Did you add a little beard
That's
to him?
probably
They didn't.
best voice.
I did not do any custom art for these guys. Trust me, we'll explain a bit more later. But yeah, I kind of wanted what these guys are to be able to. So, first off, we got our mercenaries. I see.
Give a small wave.
Right.
Hello?
I'm Bromus. I'm the Empress given charge of this particular expedition. I'll be your guild master.
Nodding.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
This here to my left is our lovely Dr. Orth. He's believe it or not, a physician.
Well, I
I-
believe it. He seems rather well read.
And you now note that he's like actually wearing a white coat.
Sure, he was seeming quite uncomfortable about the giant ogre until he said that.
Intelligence is a weapon meant to be wielded by any race.
You hear like a nod. And he's like, so, that thing with the water? That's a shame. Might have to resolve that ourselves. Recommendation: avoid drinking any water from here.
What is wrong with it?
We're not entirely sure. But we know that it's made a couple people sick. Dr. Orth here seems to think it's infected with something.
Hmm.
Oh.
Of course, to my right, we have our the extraplanar researcher. Well, just researcher, scholar. She has many fields, but I prefer the outer planes as much as possible. I'm Trin.
A pleasure to meet you, Trin.
And again, she's like seems to be also from the double air tent. She seems to be staying in the shade. Of course, you've already met the particularly skilled Dwell, our acquirer of goods. Fun fact, by the way, whenever Trin speaks, she seems to be speaking whatever language you understand the easiest.
Okay.
Take that, just yeah.
I wouldn't notice that because my primary language is common.
Correct. For a
Mine
lot
too.
of you, for a lot of you, it probably doesn't matter. I am just stating that for the odd occasion that it does.
Mhm.
Right. He's like, and then of course we've got our, well, we could call it the guild mascot. And then the chest of Mimi just kind of jumps in the air.
Oh my gosh.
Don't do that. I'm keeping.
We just
And
hear
you
a bunch
can
of coins rattling.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Everyone did say it was a bad idea to keep actual valuables in a mimic, but it works.
I disagree. A mimic is the perfect deterrent for said valuables being stolen by an unsavory type.
That's true, except for this one's more likely to lick your face off than bite you.
I have noticed that.
Right.
Or you'll
Now,
get stuck to her.
I believe we have our mercenaries. I have here a. Give me a second. Mir Us?
Maris, yes.
Apologies. Maris, you
Yeah, no
apparently
worries.
have displayed some fighting capabilities in the past.
Yes, I try.
All right, let's see here. A neat tilth?
Nilith.
I was wondering how to say that too.
Your
Nithlith.
record is oddly clean. Well, someone high up seemed to think that you deserve the job. I'm sure that it isn't nepotism. Let's see. Chorus.
It's Kai Rias. Just refer to me as Kai, please.
Right, Kai. Now, due to the nature of your file, I've been told not to read too much of it off.
Please don't. I'd rather not that get told.
Yes, that's
Oh,
fair.
nice.
Right. Then we have someone who I can actually say their last name, I think.
I imagine that just Please just saying that.
Clary Taylor.
Close, Clary.
Right. My bad. Now, I understand you're a traveler from a little ways away.
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope that Sauron finds you well. And
I
may
hope so too.
you find grace under the Empress's benevolence.
Appreciate it.
Now, you've all presume. Oh wait, I haven't done. Have I done? No, I haven't done you. Right. And then we
Yeah,
have.
not done me.
Yeah, that's bad. Then we have Lanros.
That would be Lanros, kind sir.
Right. Good to know. You have a history. It's a bit of a jump from your previous career to mercenary work.
Well, one should always keep their options open, no?
Fair enough. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Uh, Maris,
Hello.
as you are kind of wandering around, one thing you guys will note is the ground has been unusually muddy.
Oh,
That's why Clary's
Well.
not sitting on the ground.
That's absolutely fair. And as you're walking around, Maris, you see the mud starting to coalesce up into something.
what the?
And
What
it takes a strike at Maris and seems to immediately kill him.
Huh?
Oh, shit.
What
Oh.
being
Clary is now
attacked?
traumatized. Clary is now
Dill,
traumatized.
Dill swapping a new character at first session?
We'll get to that in a second. So, before we even get to initiative, this thing is going to strike at Maris, kill him.
What
What
the
the-
fuck are these?
We'll get to that in a second. There are these like mud goops coming up to the ground, and then as it strikes down Maris, a bolt of lightning strikes this thing dead.
The heck?
And then you hear a voice, "This will not do." As that creature is reformed into a humanoid-shaped body.
Ooh.
Huh?
There was a reason I said I'm not even going to bother fixing Maris's human stats. He's not playing a human.
Oh, he isn't? Oh, shit!
I gotta remember how to.
Change it, yeah.
Fucking plot twist and a
I'm
half.
giving you permission to change the art. By the way, I'm glad that you guys loved this art.
Oh, no!
That is
Unfortunate.
evil, please.
It's not my thing. This is
It's both of
It
you
was
being
work.
evil.
What a plot! What a twist!
The twist.
What a twist!
Did it work?
It didn't change it here, but I'll fix that for you. I'll try and update it. I assume you updated
So-
the character on D&D Beyond.
I haven't done that yet. I
Oh.
put it in as
All right.
So now I'm curious of what race you are playing.
Yeah.
Take a guess. His body was reformed with slime.
Oh, plasmoid.
Oh,
Slime.
Or wait, no.
Oh, hey,
he's
Jason, how's
no,
it going?
He is
Plasmoid
going with
or plasmoid or whatever the skeleton slime race that we got that one time. I forget what it's called.
He is a plasmoid.
Okay.
Once again,
yes.
once again, hey, Jason, how's it going?
If I update, will the race change on D&D Beyond?
question.
Oh, it has the picture changed. Awesome.
Well, if
that's
you're
what I was
doing
working
the race update, remember to add your ability score improvements.
Yeah.
Because
Thankfully,
I believe
human, it's actually the same stats as
Same. Which is really good.
Okay.
It did not update properly. You hadn't changed the race yet, had you?
no.
All right. I'm gonna give you a second to do that because I need to run to the washroom.
Okay.
Yeah, just double check that your ability score increases from your race is added properly before you import.
That isn't yet. Oh, it's in here. That's why.
Yeah.
It was that. And that should now be the same as it. Oh no. Whatever.
I guess while Pleeps has stepped away, just so you guys know, I have a bunch of little extra traits that I wrote down for what my character looks like. If you want to just ever do a perception, just to try to find some extra details, just whatever.
Okay.
There is one that is specific, and I don't know if it will come up. Probably not in the first session, but at some point. Just one that's cool.
Oh, I'm not public. What?
it's easy to fix.
Yeah, it's fixed. Or it's easy to fix, not fixed.
Public.
You changed everything?
He's in the
I'm
process
attempting
of
to
it.
import, but it wasn't public.
Yeah, I can do it. I have the power to import you.
No one man could have all that power.
All right. I look at your racial stuff now. Yep, it's the slime stuff. It's the plasmoid. It does seem to think you have lucky twice,
Oh,
which is annoying.
Huh?
But that's
useful.
I'll just delete a lucky.
That's useful. Removes it.
It doubled a bunch of stuff because I think it got confused.
Oh.
I'll just delete all the doubles. It's not the end of the world.
All the abilities in Dale's character are pointing at each other, Spider-Man
All
style.
right, I think. Oh boy. What
Token
if I-
should be updated, but my portrait isn't.
Yeah. Oh, did you update the token yourself?
I updated.
You did. Awesome.
Ooh.
Boom. All right. So, Maris, it is dark. You can kind of hear sound. Head hurts a little bit. Actually, no, it doesn't. You don't feel it at all.
What is
but-
this?
You know your weapons and your gear are right behind you. You just need to re-equip them. So you grab your armor and gear.
Grab my sword.
And with that, as you guys see this slimy creature reform into the general shape that Maris was. Do me an honor, everybody. How do I want to do this? Okay, I just want to get you guys. Can I? I just want to get you guys. I just want to get you guys because fun fact, these guys are non-combatants. They do not fight. All right. Roll initiative.
Whee!
And I'm taking a fucking nap.
I am too, apparently.
No, Eve, I got a 4.
All right.
It's not much better.
That in mind, let's start this. All right, Alanros, you're up.
My character's just stunned by like what slimy cacophony it just happened.
I will say
Non-combatants, hide in your tents. We'll take care of this.
You get a nod. And they will do that. Like I'll have them do it like on the end of the initiative round.
The mimic. We
Three.
just see the mimic just nod.
You see Lanros reach into his cloak and unsheath a sword. It has
Yep.
jagged edges. And take a swing at the guy in front of him.
All right, go for it. That just hits.
Ooh.
Sick.
So you swing at it. You
Ooh.
What the hell luck is that, Kiri?
Oh, did he roll double ones? Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
I
god.
rolled double ones. Good
All
old
right.
Snake eyes.
Okay, no.
Snake
all right, so yeah,
eyes.
so the damage goes. You like slash through it. You've never seen a creature like this before. But it.
What the hell is this thing?
All right. Is that your turn?
Good tomorrow.
All right.
And yeah, that's his turn.
All right. You are the closest to this thing, and it is going to just simply, as it will, strike at you, or try to. All right, that is going to be.
I heard that crit fail.
Yeah. So you see this thing like try and jump at you, and then it falls. It seems that you managed to do a bit more damage than it first appeared, as it
Jumped and then
expecting-
flopped.
Yeah, it was expecting it to have enough reach in it. For whatever reason, it didn't, because you had chunked that bit of it off. I will say it is no, because I can do that. It is this one's turn. There has a movement of this much. It is going to go over here. It will attempt to dash. It is going to attempt to dash.
Okay.
Would you like to take an opportunity? attack?
Opportunity?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, as it does not seem to view Maris as a threat at the moment. Although that'll change when Maris, as it's striking away.
Despicable creature.
Yep, that'll hit it.
So
As you guys hear this kind of like somewhat muffled but definitely audible voice.
I had the thought of doing an effect for that, but it was too
Boom.
lazy.
As a bunch of it gets tripped away, it's going to take a step away. But then, as soon as it sees that Maris attacks,
Step right back.
it's going to step back. Notably, Dr. Orth is not going to take attack opportunity. Although he is, like, writing in his journal with fascination.
I'm not dead yet.
Speaking of not being dead yet, Maris, what would you like to do on your first turn?
I guess I'll use the rage.
All right. As you can see, that the slime starts to harden a bit.
Despicable creature.
All right.
I
Is your
forget
bonus
what that adds to my attack.
It is for your attack roll nothing. Your damage, it will add 2 at this level to the
Oh
damage.
yeah, damage. Okay, forgot that would.
All right. That just hits. I assume, is it this guy again?
Yeah.
All right, that just hits. Roll it.
Do I have to manually add the damage?
You're
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to manually add it. Yeah.
You just add it in situational bonus like other stuff.
Just making sure.
All right. Yeah. So describe how you take out this slimy creature.
Oh wow.
So he flies past me initially, and I cleave into him,
Yeah.
and he comes back,
Okay.
and I just split him down the middle.
Nice. As you guys see the slime kind of fade away too.
Filth.
All right. Is that your turn?
Good tomorrow. What are you?
Yeah, that'll be all.
Hey.
Um,
All right. Wait, do you respond to that?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Well, this thing saw you attack one of its own, so it now knows that you're an enemy. So it's going to like lunge at you just the same way as before.
All right.
All right, let's see if they can get you. That is going to be 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. So as your hardened slime as it tries to strike at you, this does. So that's 2 bludgeoning and 1 psychic. I already have it. I've already have it. So
What, 2 damage?
no, 3.
Oh, okay. You see,
2 bludgeoning. Yeah, I already have it. It was a 4 and 1 psychic. As you can see, like parts of it hits your head,
Mhm.
but it seems that your hardened slime does allow you to be a little resilient.
Hmm.
Here, I can.
Very good.
No, I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it'll know to automatically. No, I'm just gonna have you do it yourself because it's complicated. Just take 3 damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Down to 12.
All right.
There we go.
Nice. Kai.
So Guy's a little bewildered.
Yeah.
Slightly
Again, I will
scared.
know. None of you have ever seen any creature like this.
He's also slightly scared, but he saw a fellow mercenary get hurt.
Okay.
So I have a walking speed of 30. Goddamn.
Yep.
Uh,
I mean, 30 is the standard.
so he's gonna walk over, but he's not gonna walk over completely
Understood.
because his shadow is gonna do the job for him.
All right. Yeah. You see Maris with however you see you.
Uh,
I mean, you don't even entirely know what happened to you yet. You've probably not even processed it yet.
yeah.
But yeah, so you see out of as far as you know, your normal human eyes, as a
Yes.
shadow reaches up and touches your shoulder.
What the?
What the?
Huh?
Yeah, and you're using, I assume, cure wounds.
Yep.
All right, roll the healing. Bring up the spell and roll the healing for me. This is updated to the.
His range cure wounds.
Yep, he has ranged everything. That's
Yeah,
that's the,
Damn.
Nia, do you want to
that-
reveal the ability just so Carrie can take a glance at it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
didn't even comprehend that. I
Yep.
forgot that cure wounds is touch.
Yeah, no. A subclass feature that Neo has with this subclass,
Nice.
basically gives them an extra. I think it's 15 feet on touch spells right now. That gets upgraded to 30. I think, if I remember
Cool.
correctly.
what'd you say, Kiri?
It is 15 feet.
I said that's cool.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Roll
no,
the
it's
healing
really
for
cool.
me, Neil.
Rolling the healing.
All right. I mean, that'll take you to full. You were not that hurt. But you
Great.
see, as the slime in your body, but again, as far as you're concerned, your regular human skin, because again, I don't imagine you've processed what's happened yet.
Yeah. I'm
All
fine.
All right. With that in mind, I assume that's your turn.
Yep.
All right, Clary.
Would it take any of my movement to hop off of this barrel or no?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. She's gonna hop off the barrel and come over here
Okay.
and splashy slash at this one.
Good choice. All right, roll the attack roll for me.
Here.
Who has the fan going in the background?
Don't know. That'll definitely hit, and
And I do get sneak
Maris-
attack
yes.
because of 5 feet.
yep, Maris is within 5 feet, so you do get sneak attack.
Ooh.
Whee! Nope, not a plus a D10. Nope.
It's a D6.
D10.
I accidentally clicked plus 10 from.
Oh,
like
for
the-
usual sharpshooter and whatnot.
Oh, you just instinctively. All right. You slash at it. You manage to take off a decent amount from it. Zoom! It's like half its size.
Good.
All right. Is that your turn?
Indeed, it is.
All right. It is this thing's turn. As it's going to like hop at you and try and strike at you as well.
Don't look at me like that.
All right. That'll be a 8. As it's gonna
Nope.
hop and miss you. These things do not seem to fight with any sort of strategy. For the record.
The strategy is just attack the closest threat.
All right, Neff, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to
Mhm.
step forward a little bit to get a little bit of a better angle,
All right.
and I'm going to shoot a firebolt at this one.
A firebolt. Okay.
Yep.
Go for it.
Take this. Yeah.
All right.
miss.
That'll hit. Roll damage, please.
That is a 4.
All
He
right.
doesn't have a stat.
You hit this thing with a firebolt, and its skin turns red, and it starts like freaking out.
Oh, we got vulnerability. Nice.
No, it's taking normal damage, but it's freaking out.
Oh.
He's just not
Nice.
happy.
He's just on fire. He's just on fire.
He's just on fire. And I'm
It appears as if these creatures react to elements.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
and then I'm gonna step over here.
Okay, understood. That is your turn. At the end of all your rounds, well, really, the non-combatants are gonna basically get to kind of like be away from everything.
Right.
So I'm gonna move over here. There we go. And then
Didn't
top of
even
the round.
Hop over there.
Top of the round. Lenros.
As a bonus action, I am going to
Mhm.
place a baleful seal
Okay.
on the
You-
guy in front of me.
All right, understood. So you guys see as like this like what looks like fire but isn't really this dark fire comes from Lanros and seems to imprint itself on this thing. All right.
That's better. And I'm gonna strike at him again.
A.
That'll hit.
Say, hey.
And I'm gonna burn the seal.
I thought you were going to because I'm like that's why you're doing that. That makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Why is the die randomly not the number one?
Die he picked.
Oh, you
Uh,
can
That's
do
the
that?
guy I picked.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. With that, the creature seems to be out of it but not dead. It is.
Did I hit him
on-
for his exact hit points and knock
You hit
him out?
for his exact hit points.
Nice.
What does the cancel sign mean?
That is incapacitated because unconscious automatically means incapacitated.
After I
Ah.
incapacitated that guy, I'm gonna
Alright.
go up here.
Gotcha. All right. All
And then
right.
my turn.
This guy is going to make a death save.
And fail.
That's it.
Oddly enough, that is a success.
Damn it.
You can see it kind of like slooping up mud from the ground, and it
Ew.
might sloop up enough. All right, Maris.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll take this guy out.
Okay, go for it.
Well, hopefully.
You like swing.
Ooh. A 1.
Maris, your weight seems to be off for some reason. You're not sure why, but like you put the usual amount of force you're used to putting in your blows, but it didn't quite seem to be enough, as if you were lighter for some reason.
That usually works.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
My famed attack. By me exclusively. Can I don't think I can. I'll just end turn.
All right. It is this guy. By the way, it is so weird to be running a level 1 combat again. There are 3 people within equal range of this guy. 1, 2, 3. RD3. All right, it's gonna go for you, Lanros.
That's what I didn't want you to say.
All right, that is a 24.
Ooh.
Yeah, that kind of hits
Nice.
me a little bit right now.
All right, that'll be 10 damage. Does it matter which of it's bludgeoning, which of it's psychic?
No.
All right, and that'll be 10 damage.
Yowza.
These things hit pretty hard, but you guys should be fine. Okay. All right, it's not gonna retreat or anything because it doesn't. This is
And
Kai.
it's 700.
Lanros isn't used to pain, so
Yeah.
he immediately falls to the floor.
Oh no.
Well, don't you worry, because you won't be feeling pain anymore. Actually, let me make sure it's. Yep. Okay.
So you're gonna have your as you're on the floor, you see this shadow reach up and touch your chest.
Let me just
Roll the healing.
Oh, come on.
Unfortunately, it doesn't recover all of it, but
The luck of the die, man. The luck of the die.
okay. All right, with that in
That's
mind,
what healing feels like.
is that your turn, Kai?
That is my turn, yes.
All right, Clary, you're up.
Doing the same thing as last round, slashing at the same one.
Understood. Go for it. Oh, wait a second. I forgot. Wait, I actually forgot something important.
He died, didn't he?
No, he had disadvantage on that attack.
Oh,
Oh.
let's
Because of
rewind
the-
that.
Yeah, because of the fire he was on, it seems that these things get very disoriented by fire.
Mmm.
It was a better roll, so no, he still
Oh.
hit you. Nothing changed.
Okay, so
But you do
everything
know
still
that
counts.
he did seem to be disoriented by the fire.
Anyway, that hits, right? Like,
What'd you roll?
16.
Oh yeah, that hits. Yep.
I had to get a lovely sneak attack.
All right,
Woo!
describe how you take this thing out.
slicing this thing in half of what's left of it.
Yeah, so you as it like kind of disapparates into the ground. All right.
Love it.
Anything else you like to do?
That's it for now.
Okay. Nope, this thing doesn't know to think with advantage. 1, 2. RD2. Dang it. Apparently, even though it doesn't know to think with advantage, it picked you anyways. Lanros, it is going to go for another attack on you.
Okay.
14.
That does in fact hit me. Because
What?
I'm not level 2 yet.
Okay.
Well, now I know what certain feature you're picking.
That is going to be 6 damage. So it doesn't
Ouch.
take you out. As it kind of like jumps on you. Boom. All right. Neth, you're up.
Oh,
Is your shadow able to help him again?
I haven't really done
This
stuff like
fighting
this
thing
before,
is
but I'm
harder.
pretty sure I can.
Okay. I'm gonna trust him on that, and because I don't know how his powers work, and
Correct.
what?
You guys said correct. You don't know how their powers work.
I'm shooting a firebolt at that slime.
All right, go for it.
I'm actually gonna do this. Boop.
Okay. According to my calculations, that hits. And once again, being struck on fire, this thing starts to freak out.
And that will end my turn.
All right. Lanrose. You are currently on the ground because you got knocked over.
He get knocked down.
So, with Zeeb flanking mechanics, if I went like here, would I get advantage
Let me see.
from Ross?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. I'm gonna put my
Yep.
seal on him.
All right, so you guys see what's going to that like dark fire go into this thing.
Nora, guide my
Ned,
blade.
make either a religion, history, or investigation check for me.
Ooh.
Neth.
Oh, yep. What were the options again?
History, religion, or investigation.
I like how the Flambirch just says A.
I assume that's because
Right.
you
Yeah.
description for it.
That is a 10.
Never mind. Any reason I asked for that check.
Okay.
All right, make your attack roll. Yep. Correct. You had advantage. That will absolutely hit. All right. All right. That is
13.
wow. That is impressive.
What? Another
Oh,
person
no.
knocked out?
Same thing that happened last time.
My.
You know what? This is actually kind of character accurate a little bit.
As you once again you strike him and like it just goes unconscious.
It's disoriented because of the
That is-
fire and unconscious.
That is impressive that you rolled the exact number twice. They were different numbers by one. So you can't even blame average law here. But with that, I will say, this guy will have a chance to make a natural 20 because he would have a chance to. So I will have him make another death save to see if he does.
He doesn't.
Nope. It seems it's unable to really reconscious itself and dive. It would be negligent to take this thing out. I'm gonna be honest. So, I assume Maris that you would do that.
Sure.
Yep, you do it.
I step
you like-
off my slimy butt and step on him.
Yep. You like crush it. And with that, I will say, combat has ended, and you guys can kind of take a moment to process whatever just happened.
Okay.
Well, first
I
things
didn't
first.
realize that
Those things
fighting
come from-
monsters was that crazy.
I've seen worse.
Where did they come from? The mud?
Where did you come from, man? What are you?
What do you mean?
It is at this moment, Maris, that you kind of look at yourself,
I look it down at my.
and you know why your weight was off before.
Oh, that is.
What happened to you?
I'm not sure.
I will say, you guys do see, not too far away, a naked dead human.
Eh.
The body seems like kind of partially burnt and like disfigured from the attack.
Is that you? Right
Yeah.
there?
I don't. Perhaps.
Oh my god, this is what my father told me not to go adventuring. Oh my god. This is my first day.
Hold on.
As
Who's going? Wait.
I was gonna say, as you guys are reacting, you hear this loud stomping as who you guys know as Dr. Orth stomps really close to Maris.
Hello.
How feel?
Sorry.
How feel?
Feel pretty okay, actually.
He takes out a book and like writes down. Headache? Not really.
No.
Nausea?
No. Not particularly.
He like kind of like taps you on the stomach. His like hand goes a little through you.
Squeak.
He goes into his tent, and you can hear noise as he's read through every single medical book he has. He after I'll let you guys play out the rest of the one rest play out.
Here, you go ahead.
Situation.
Shadow person. Can you touch me again?
I would love it if you reworded that, but sure.
It is at this point, now that he's doing it from closely, that you notice his hands are kind of scaly.
Would Clary notice it too, since she's kind of right here?
Yeah, I would say you'd notice.
Also, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna try to mix in some draconic speech while speaking to him. Please, I got really messed up in that fight in draconic.
Hold on. Let me just cast the.
That is an ironic thing on your sheet.
He doesn't speak Draconic, does he?
Wait.
I do. I do, in fact, speak
No, I
Draconic.
meant
Kai doesn't.
Oh my god, he doesn't?
Wait.
Nope.
Wait, the Dragonborn didn't.
Nope.
Wait, the Dragonborn didn't
Nope.
default to have Draconic? Really?
He's using the newer Dragon War, meaning he could pick whatever language he wanted.
and
Oh.
he didn't pick Draconic.
So you get kind of blank looks.
Just blank
But,
stared.
roll the healing.
There's the good number.
Better healing.
All right, and you feel like you can run. Again, it doesn't dwell all the pain. As you kind of hear from the big tent, magic goods, not cure all.
Yeah.
I've never
Still
felt this
better.
before. Oh,
Still better than nothing.
I think one of my ribs is
And
broken.
now he got like steps back again.
Get rest.
So what were those things?
Yeah, good idea, Dr. Orth.
Well,
I'm gonna sit down in a
if I
chair.
might speak,
Uh,
such creatures have been known to exist, but not here. According to my documents, many other planes have had such oozes, as I believe they are commonly called. But ours has never so much as had a drop of one.
Huh.
Lucky us, huh? Thanks, Tiamor.
Whew. Yes, it's concerning. But it seems you're all worth your salt after all.
Oh, yes.
I'll admit I had my doubts.
Could you call this being worth my salt?
Yeah, you managed to take out 2 of them. Sure, you didn't kill them. But managing to incapacitate them is, quite the thing. As for you, Maris,
Hello.
I'm not entirely sure what happened. It is
I'm-
clear that I'm going to need to change some paperwork.
Oh.
Yeah, I have
Like
you marked as human
Oh.
for medical purposes. You
I
suddenly
see.
hear nothing. What do you mean nothing? You start speaking in a language none of you understand. Really? Not a single reference? Ooh, that's gonna make it tough. Turns out you're something that's literally never existed before.
Oh, good. That's
Which means
strange.
our doctor here has no idea how to treat you.
Hmm.
So, don't get sick.
I'll try.
Speaking of getting sick, you mentioned there was something wrong with the water.
Right. Yes.
Well,
Big guy, why don't you explain to me? You hear again, like this like guttural language. Really now? You sure? Several tests, you say? It seems, by the way, that the reason he has such a rough speech is because he doesn't speak common very well.
Mhm.
But you can tell when he's speaking in Giant, which is what you realize the language he's speaking is, that it is very, very properly. And if any of you had speak spoken Giant,
One of the few times I
think
don't
we
take
can pick a new
time.
language because of the race swap. Apparently, it lets me pick one.
Well,
I
you
just haven't
didn't. You
done
didn't pick
three
that. You didn't repick it.
we'll deal with that later.
yet.
We would need to explain how he picked up a new language. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Could have
No.
learned giant from this guy.
yeah.
That'd be
And to
funny.
be fair, I'll be honest. Right now, he is super fascinated by you. Fun fact, by the way, I actually have a thing set up so it says Dr. Orth on everything, which is awesome.
Do you
I
actually?
love that.
Yeah, I redid the stat blocks for all these guys.
Nice.
So I redid their stat array. He has 20 intelligence and 20 wisdom.
Oh wow.
Nice. You
Wow.
never see that in a big boy.
That's the idea. Anyway, she's like, according to Big Boy here, she was going to call him that either way you said it first. Anyways, the water here is infected with something.
uh,
The people who have grown up here have a bit more tolerance to it, though they still get very sick. We, who have had clean water, our entire lives, presumably. I say
Mhm.
presumably because I don't know you people and where you come from. We have
Well,
not been exposed to it
Oh.
and
I
might
would
get
assume.
very sick.
well, you won't suppose
Well,
that there's.
where's the barrel of water? currently?
Well,
There's plenty of them. He insists on taking a lot of samples.
Hmm.
Can I take
Uh,
a look at one of them real quick?
He gives you a nod. He goes into his tent, comes out this like giant barrel, and plops it in front of you, puts it down, and like opens the lid. The water looks clean.
Huh.
Let me just make sure I find it.
Can
There
I
we
ask,
go.
what is it you're intending to do?
I have.
Probably purify food and drink if I had to guess.
I think he was gonna go for detect poison or disease, or is it just poison?
Or that.
I was
Let-
thinking purify food and drink.
That's
Yeah,
what I
let's-
was thinking.
I mean, yeah, I could detect the poison or
Question.
disease.
How do you only can you explain something to me?
Hmm?
How did you cast Cure Wounds 3 times?
That I don't know.
He
Yeah.
well,
We'll have to
Yeah.
Neo, didn't you pick the field medic feat?
a field medic.
That was one of the newer
believe I
ones that
did.
we added.
Oh, that's how. That's how you did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh,
yeah.
I think that's how you did it. Okay, that explains it. That explains it.
So first,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing he's going to do is
Detect poison and disease.
I'm assuming ritual casted.
and yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna
Right.
place it right here.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, there is a stream nearby, so there would be a lot of water seeped into the ground, and it is all you identify the kind of poison control the disease in each case. Okay.
You're about to get a fuck ton of information or nothing at all.
Or not at all.
I gotta see. Sometimes I want to talk to you. Okay, so you look at it, and again, all the water all around, even these like tiny drops, seem to have this disease. And it seems to be the disease seems to be that the water got infused with some kind of something. Got infused with something that it shouldn't have. Though where it came from, you don't know. You do know that it would poison anyone to drink this, unless you built up extreme tolerance,
Mm.
or were already immune to poison, obviously.
Well,
That is a
I can't exactly identify what's
immune
been
to it, okay.
infused with the water, but I feel like I do have a way to purify it.
Good, but not this. Big guy intends to run some tests.
Hmm.
That is fine.
But
Uh,
if you could help provide the guild and maybe the townspeople with clean water, that would be a good service.
Of course, of course.
So you said that you were able to tell that it's infused with something?
I just don't know what it is exactly.
I mean, maybe it has something to do with these oozes. And I point over to the basically the puddles that are now on
Yeah.
the ground. I mean,
They
how do you
have, like,
describe a corpse of an
they have-
ooze?
They have seeped into the ground.
Oh, and they're gone. Okay, cool.
I've had that thought as well.
Uh,
That they might be related.
well, I mean, we can do a idea of a test. How?
What are you gonna drink it?
No, no, no. Do we have any barrels of fresh, or do we have any samples of fresh water?
He looks for a second, goes into his tent, and you see this barrel marked "Drink this" in common, in like big red letters.
Okay. Do we have an extra bucket somewhere that we could take a little bit out just so we don't taint contaminate the whole thing?
I have one. What do you buy? I have one.
Perfect. Marcus? Is that how you pronounce your character's name, Dill?
Nope.
Marcus.
Marcus.
Murderous.
That's my brother.
Is that
Brothers
canon now?
murderous
That-
Marcus.
Yes.
Dill. Is it canon that your brother is murderous Marcus?
Oh no.
That is what I'm asking. Oh, that makes your backstory so much more interesting now.
I actually did think of
And like
when I was
that,
doing my backstory, I almost used the
Darker
name
is now
Marcus.
canonic in the D&D universe.
What?
Writing my backstory, I almost used Marcus as a character, and then I
So-
ended up substituting it for a different one.
So wait, how do you pronounce your
That's
character's
good.
name, Dill?
Maris.
Maris. Maris. Do you mind if we take a sample of your new form?
Sure. I don't know what to say. My spit.
That might
Or,
do.
like, a hair.
What I'm think.
Does not have hair.
Do you even have hair anymore?
What
Of course, I always have had hair.
what I'm thinking is, you had this transformation when one of those slime things killed you, or attacked you. I don't
And
know if
you'll
you
note,
died.
Originally, there were
Yeah,
5
I-
of those
I
slime
would-
things.
Is that what happened? Did I
Okay,
die?
so I would also say that perhaps the giant lightning strike had a bit more to his resurrection than
Either way,
whatever happened there.
his skin looks
light.
very similar to the oozes that we fought.
I
Maybe-
think that is.
Maybe that's how we test it with a little
Again,
sample.
I will remind you one more time. There were originally 5 of them, but then
Yeah.
when he came back, there were suddenly 4.
Okay.
So
I thought that crossed my mind when you said
I
that.
kind of assumed the lightning killed the guy that killed him.
It kind of did, but more happens.
Are you willing to give us a little sample of anything? I think.
I'd be squinting at you right now if I could.
That's-
Sure.
What do you mean by
As you
anything?
focus on the idea of pointing, you kind of get fingers for like a little while.
Wait,
Did I say
fingers come
squinting?
from his head, just point like squinting at him.
Not his head, no, his
Oh,
hand.
yeah.
It's like little hand nubs.
I can like form weird.
Yeah. The big
He
piece of
said
the plasmoid.
squinting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, squinting. Oh, I
That's
heard.
what I said originally.
Wait, what
okay,
do you think he said?
I heard pointing.
Oh no, he said squinting.
Oh, squinting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to describe him getting eyes because that's a bit more complicated.
My face just
yeah,
like
ju-
compresses slightly.
Yeah, just a little drop in the bucket.
All right. Like, what do you do? What do you put in the bucket?
I like. Do I spit? I guess. I try to spit.
As you're
Yeah.
doing this, Morth is going to say, "Question:
What kind?
Not planning put in clean water."
Oh yeah,
Not
was it the water bucket? you were
not
talking
not
No.
the
about? I
barrel,
wouldn't
the
wanna do
bucket.
that
Just the bucket, the small sample.
in an
Okay.
empty.
That's
Yeah, I
fine.
wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
Dirty
Yeah.
water. That'd be messed up.
Yeah,
Almost
just
messed up as
just
those
just in the bucket.
despicable creatures.
All right. So he'll pour a little bit into the bucket of the water, I assume, right, as well as the skin sample.
Yep.
Like,
How long does detect poison disease last? 10 minutes,
10
okay.
minutes. Yeah.
I will say it's still up for the sake of this.
Yeah.
So, As you look over it, it's interesting. Well, the disease is somewhat present when you put that there. It seems as if it's been purified to some degree. This water would be drinkable, if a little gross.
Well,
But you can tell that you have enough information to say that the slimes are probably related, but whatever happened to Maris, his new body, seems to have cleaned it of whatever impurities it had. Translation:
Okay.
Yeah, Maris can go swimming without poisoning all the water.
Okay. So I do have some news, I suppose.
What is it?
Hmm.
Well, the slimes are definitely related, but not Maris specifically.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh, from what I could tell, the trace of the same poison from the other water is still there, but the water is still drinkable. Though I
Make a religion check for me, if you would not mind, Kai.
yeah, religion.
Let's see if one of my make a check for me calls will actually roll anything of worth.
Well, let's see.
That is
Okay,
a
I will
13.
say that is enough. With your admittedly limited information on how gods work, it seems the nature of the purification that Maris has seems to be somewhat related. Whatever happened to Maris, it seems it was an act of a god more than anything else.
I would like
No,
to insight on the big guy to see what his mind's on right now.
Go for it.
first, before you do that, how do I get rid of this thing?
I can do that. I
Yeah,
got it.
for future reference, you see the measurement controls on the left, so like
Alright.
underneath the token controls.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
mind seems to be all over the place. First off, he is immensely fascinated, and you see a bit some sweat from his brow, or rather his like bald forehead. For like Maris's new form, it seems he does not know how to treat that, and that's not good. But he is also like fascinated. Otherwise, the water is a super hyper concern, and you see that he's like hard focused in making sure that Neth's experiment does not use all the water.
Also, God, you pointing out that the ogre's bald. For some reason, I want to see art of an ogre with a mullet now. I don't know why.
Anyways,
So,
Uh,
would it be safe to assume that the entire body of water here is infested with those things?
I mean,
more,
it's possible.
more than likely.
you hear like a yes,
Hmm.
no water.
In that case, we might want to do a little bit of investigating upstream. From what this water, I'm assuming this is the water we're talking about. Looking at like how the image works, is it safe to assume that it's coming from this way?
Yes. To talk more about it, you guys are actually kind of headed in the upstream anyways, the town you're headed to,
I see. Okay.
which she would tell us. Like, we're headed there anyways, and it is best before we start anything amazing, essential that we establish ourselves. After all, we have some resources for each of you already delivered to our new headquarters.
I see.
Huh.
Okay.
Wish we'd got it in a bigger town, admittedly, but we'll live.
I look over to one part of the map, or one part
map?
of the camp.
Oh, the camp, not the map. Okay.
Yeah, I meant camp, not map.
I was like, oh yeah, they didn't have a map, but it's like very bare bones.
Okay, who's deciding to fish in this poisonous water?
Orth raises his hand. Must test.
Fair enough.
Well,
can
big
I
guy,
leave-
I do agree with the idea. Hmm.
Can I at least purify the drinking water real quick?
So he's like, the fact that you can purify water will help us greatly, I'm sure. After all, being dependent. You hear like, where is he? Dwell. Where did I put Dwell? There's Dwell. being dependent on supplies from the capital is a tricky road. It's a several week journey.
Right, of
Several
course.
week journey. All right. Well, that's enough excitement for one night. And the sun is starting to set. Most of us prefer to move during the day. Regrettably, says Dwell. So, everyone get some rest. We'll
Yes,
ship out
of
in the
course.
morning.
Hmm.
We should arrive at I am gonna put the name in my bloody thing. I have the name here somewhere. Lorne. We should arrive in Lorne in about an hour from a journey.
Huh.
Okay.
Well,
Kai's just gonna like. Can I put it up real quick?
Yeah, put it up.
Yep. Find it. Here it is. Oh,
You got an issue?
I have no slots.
You do not have any slots, correct?
What were you trying to
What else
do?
if we did?
Purify food and drink.
Which is
Purify
unfortunately
food
it's a
drink.
ritual. It's a ritual. It's a ritual.
Cool.
I believe clerics get ritual.
Yeah.
Caster, I'm not crazy, am I?
Yeah.
They do.
they do.
So yeah, you can do purify food and drink just fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
It'll take 10 minutes, extra minutes, but yes.
It won't let me.
Which is heck, the fact that it's just you can do it. You don't need to describe that you're doing it.
Okay, cool.
The fact that you can honestly, considering that you guys are gonna be dependent on that for a little bit, especially with the nature of the water here,
Pretty.
the fact that you can do that is probably gonna be pretty important. All right. So, is there anything you guys want to do as you guys are as the rest of the tech campus head to bed?
Hmm.
Anyone up for a game of cards?
Oh. Sure.
It's a great way to get to know each other since we're gonna be working together for a while.
Yeah. I'm down to play. Oh, by the way, for the record, the wings are not visible yet.
Gotcha. That's fair. That's absolutely
Yeah. I just don't want to do multiple things of art.
fair. Since it's like there's a bunch of ways to get it, are any of you also proficient in playing cards?
Playing cards? No.
I think so. I think mine's dice.
Gotcha. Your game is
And
dice. In that case, each of you make a wisdom or intelligence check, and you get to add your proficiency bonus to the check.
Me included, even though I'm purifying the water.
Oh, not you. People
Okay,
playing.
cool.
There's all people playing.
Wait, you said we can add our proficiency bonus?
No, you cannot.
Oh, okay. You said
Lanros
you.
can't.
You said
Yeah.
Landrose. Okay.
Landrose. Yeah.
Uh,
Landrose.
Wisdom
so
or
here-
intelligence.
Here's my
Wisdom or intelligence.
here's my intelligence check.
Oh no.
I'm smurfing.
That's
I'm smurfing right now.
Gotcha.
I'm letting them win so they get a better impression of me.
All right. It is. Lenros does a god awful play. Clary does okay, but Marius and Neth, the competition is like from you. You guys keep like putting more and more chips up. More and more chips up. Like, boom. But at the end, Neth manages to take it.
haven't played a good game of cards in a
I will say,
minute.
Well done.
of course, Marius is hard to read right now. On account of the fact that he has no face.
Oh my god, he has the ultimate poker face, not having a
I've
face
been
at
I
all.
allergic
like
to
to-
poker face.
I like to imagine I called Maris on a bluff and went all in, but he misread his cues because he doesn't have a fucking face.
So that also probably means that if it was Maris and the human Maris with like so many like obvious like
He's
I'm very expressive.
he fucking does do you remember when Homer Simpson played poker occasionally?
Yeah.
His poker face.
but yes, but yeah, you of course managed to you can figure out some like other body cues that he seems to have, like a stomping of his foot, which is definitely not like the actual DM's actual poker tell. Definitely not. Yes.
My poker tell is fiddling with my hair.
Ooh, that's no. I just do that. No, I don't do the hand yet. Anyways. But with that, as you guys play cards, the next morning, the caravan picks up. I don't have a map for this place yet, so forgive me.
No, we will
But
not. We'll be angry at you for eternity.
I will describe what you guys find as you guys enter Lorne.
Hmm.
And this will be starting to kind of die down as we introduce the last element of this whole campaign. Well, the last element that we're introducing tonight. Obviously, there's an entire
No, the first and last session of the campaign.
that would be rough. Anyways, so Lorne is a dinky, it is small. They're like maybe 5 buildings. That's not true. There's probably a few more than 5 buildings, but 5 buildings that are like right in this what we call main square. Not including the biggest building in town. And you hear Bromus say, "Well, that's ours."
Oh, the big one?
Yep. Funded by the Empress herself in all her benevolence.
I'm assuming the place looks really nice. I couldn't tell.
It's like for this town, it's nice.
Right.
I will say we'll be able to add more and more to it as we rank up. That is to say, apparently there are, get this, 20 ranks.
Crazy.
Crazy.
That's
Because
crazy.
of our importance, the Empress has started us in rank 2.
Well,
I see where you're
that's
going with
helpful.
this.
That's helpful, I suppose.
So basically, the leveling up mechanic for this campaign is ranking the guild up. Basically, having the government, having the Empress, the capital, send you guys more funding.
I
Your
see.
starting wage will be 20 gold a day, as long as you're working.
Of course.
Oh. No, that's quite the generous pay.
Of course. So I will explain this mechanic for those I haven't explained. It is 10 times level a day is your pay.
Times level a day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And he's like, there are a couple buildings. There is a couple buildings that you guys kind of approach the town. The most notable you see is one with a worn out sign. Lone Feather Tavern. But otherwise, yeah, you guys we will get to the guild building and say, if you would like to ingratiate yourselves with the barkeep, be my guest.
I have to imagine that this water problem is affecting the tavern fairly roughly.
That's unfortunately true. Otherwise, I'd be getting myself a drink myself. Unfortunately, unless you're a local who's built up a tolerance, booze here will, well, it's not going to poison you the way it's supposed to, but the other way.
I see.
Oh.
I see that.
Then I suppose I'd be the only one drinking.
By the
here,
way,
I
Maris,
suppose.
can you still even drink?
I look
It
over
is
at Maris.
notable, Maris, that
Long as it's
despite
been-
everything, you do feel hungry despite your lack of a mouth.
How long has it been since?
Since it's basically that the attack happened, you guys went to bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're in the
So I haven't
morning.
eaten
You
anything.
probably you haven't had the chance for breakfast yet.
I haven't tried actually.
Are you going to try and eat something or drink something?
If there's anything available, sure. Ordering food.
So you Or's gonna be like, Clay fixed, and he hands you a roasted fish
Oh,
that I am
Thanks.
going to assume you would purify when you're casting your purify spell.
Yep.
So How do you try and eat this?
Um. Hmm.
I have my way. I'm wondering if you're gonna do the
Maybe
same
on
as I'm
whether I like
thinking.
form a mouth kind of thing, or if I just kind of stick it in my head.
Yeah, again,
That's one of those, dude.
obviously,
Freaking in the head.
I know mechanically how your race works because it's literally written on your stat sheet. But like, because of the nature of your thing, you can form things technically. So yeah, how do you do it?
I'll form like a spiky mouth. with,
Yeah,
like,
you see this
that are,
hole, but not you
like
see this
raised
hole, though not very deep, and you see that he kind of like puts the fish in,
God,
and it goes in. You just see it like slide in.
Dill. What's funny is that your second suggestion just slam the fish in. That was what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, plasmoid. Fun fact: still need to eat, but it's notable that they eat by osmosis.
Yeah, no, plasmoids are fun creatures.
Mhm.
But yes. Do you guys head right to the guild hall, or do you look around the town a bit?
Um,
Hmm.
I think Kai would
Might as well
probably
ingratiate ourselves with the
All
locals.
right. There are you're pointing out to 3 buildings that are public facility. Number 1 is the tavern,
of
which
course,
I mentioned.
it's a
The
tavern.
other is you hear Dwell say, "Well, it calls themselves a store. Calls themselves a what do you calls themselves a store?"
Hmm.
He calls himself a store, does he?
Well, that's what I've been told, but
Goodness.
I suspect their wares are probably limited. But you might be able to get a handful of useful knickknacks there. And the third is well, from what we understand from the maps, a mayor slash sheriff office, maybe.
Hmm.
It has both the only local prison, law enforcement, and the political leader. They're all the same individual.
Ah,
That's a recipe for success.
You get a town this small, and well, there ends up being more jobs than there are people somehow.
yeah, that does sound right.
does.
You know, some people from where I grew up really could use this town. Far more people than jobs there were.
Curious, is Lanros like from the capital, or is it like just another big city?
Uh,
There are other
I
big cities, to be clear.
I'm not sure, but I'm willing for him to be from the capital because it seems like that's where,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, like it would matter that I'm from there, you know?
Fair enough. All right, then we will say, like I said, we will say that Landros is actually from the capital, which actually means, even though I guess you never interacted, you would have been on like the same carriage that all of these guys hopped on. Okay.
Okay, maybe I wasn't from the capital then, because that sounds stupid.
All right. Fair enough then. Okay, then yeah, then you're from another big city. There are plenty of big cities. It's not like the capital's the only one. All right. Fair enough then. Okay. But you are from a larger city.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, about the same issue in the capital, honestly. Though, the Empress is doing her best to fix that.
Well,
Uh,
I would say that the best would be investing in remote regions such as this one right here, actually.
of course, and that's what we're doing, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have noted, by the way, that
This
Brahmas.
empress is a wise ruler.
Absolutely. Brahmas has a lot of reverence for the Empress. I'm together. All of these guys do, and you guys would all know this because this is common knowledge. Up until the Empress's rule, the relationship between the human rulers and the non-humans of Sauron have been, well, to put it bluntly, bad. The Empress has
Mm.
created a lot of reform that has allowed well, non-humans to prosper. It is noted that only 20 years ago, you would not see a half elf in a guild leader position, let alone a goblin. So it seems that all of the support staff have reverence for the Empress for giving them the opportunities that they definitely would not have had before. But Brahmis, above all else. That being said, where do you guys go first?
Hmm.
Uh,
I would say probably the best place to go is the governmental building. Hence, aren't we going to be working with them quite closely? It would be
Or
wise to introduce
yeah,
ourselves.
of course.
I suppose that would help.
All right. You guys go to the governmental building. Do you knock on the door? Or you just open right in.
I mean, does the building look
Knock.
like it's one where you would knock, or
Knock.
It's a small building. There's
are,
not.
are we the one who
I kind of
knocks?
assumed that this was also this guy's house.
Yeah, it could be.
I assumed that this was also this guy's house because it's a small town.
Yeah, let's knock.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Knock and knock.
All right.
Knock, knock.
So as you knock, the door opens and you see a human woman, a bit on the larger side. Can I help you? Oh, that's a lot of varied people. By the way, the support staff all went to the guild hall.
Greetings.
Are you're the one sent by the Empress? Yes.
Empress.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yes, we are.
I understand it's a bit more complicated than that, but you must understand that up until this year, we've been an independent, well, place.
Mhm.
Well, it is
What are your thoughts on the Empress sending help?
well, I'm a believer in
You
results.
can tell me.
I just did. I'm a believer in results. She says, the name's Lavore, by the way.
Lavore.
I want to incite this lady to see if she actually uh is being truthful or if she views the Empress as a nuisance.
Okay. Uh, go for it. Make an insight check. The general
15.
sense you get from her is that she's not lying per se, but she is weary. She's
Hmm.
not quick to trust, and it should be noted. Usually, if a guild like yours would be established in a region, it would be established in the region's largest town, and you know there are larger towns in this region, but they all refused. That was you.
Uh,
A big part of your guys' goal as a guild is
well,
get those larger communities to, well, respect you guys.
well, it seems as if we already have a base level of gaining your trust.
I'd say
This
yes.
water problem surely is causing a lot of problems.
Up until I'd received a letter a little while ago, we didn't know that the water was the cause.
What do you mean by that?
Well, people get sick early here. They die young. It's just a fact of life. Never even occurred to us that there'd be a
Hmm.
cause to it.
Hmm.
But I understand that you've sent someone to help us with that regard.
Mhm.
So we'll Again, if you
Mm-hmm.
can get results,
That would be us, actually.
that's good. If you can get results of any kind, I'll appreciate it. And
Of
I might
course.
send word to some of the larger settlements.
Sounds good to us.
That would
We
sound
already
great.
have a temporary band-aid to slap on the problem.
Yeah.
Our
That,
big friend over here, I'm gonna tap Kyrus on the shoulder,
Oh,
he just kind of lifts up his
is
finger a
able
little
to
bit.
purify water.
oh, that is a vaunted skill indeed.
I have a feeling Clary is so much shorter than all of you.
That would make sense. Fair enough.
She's 5 feet tall.
I'm
Oh.
4'9".
Cutie.
We're
What?
just sitting here so awkwardly looking like children compared to them.
I'm 6'1".
Maris is 5'8".
Did I put a height on Kai?
You might have. It's not a requirement.
Yeah, it's not a requirement, but it's something fun we do. We fight.
I would
Roll for
assume
it.
that he's taller than Landros, and Landros is 6'1".
Oh, he's taller than everyone. I searched up what a chromatic dragon's height would be.
Well, they're not only set
Dragon
in
or
stone.
Dragonborn?
Dragonborn.
All right. What'd you get? What'd you get? What height are you saying you are?
It is. From what I saw, it was between 6 foot and between 6 foot and 7.
All right. Yeah.
So he'd be about like 6'7".
Okay. On the taller side. Gotcha. All right. So with that in mind, it's like, right. Well, I suppose for now you need to settle in, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
This is ma'am, right?
Yeah. She is a human. She's a woman.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Right. Well then. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Don't be something I need to put in there. And she points to like this little like jail cell she has.
Oh no, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Have a good day then.
Foreshadowing is hilarious.
We'll see, I guess.
You as well.
All right. Where are you going next?
I suppose the tavern.
No better way of getting, no better way of getting an idea of what a town stands for than visiting its tavern.
Okay.
All right.
I can't even legally drink probably here.
I mean, there's your age is a weird thing because of your character's nature.
Right.
So it really depends, honestly, on what you
Also,
put on the records.
16 is an adult in most fantasy settings as well.
Yeah, true. She
And
looks younger than she is. I say she's like 19, 20 probably.
can I ask though, what would you have put on your records? Do you put on your records that you're 16 and hide the rest of your true nature? Or did you put your actual age
Yeah.
on your records?
She would have lied just because of how young she looks and
Got
doesn't need her true nature revealed fully.
Got you. Okay. Anyways. All right, so you guys are entering the tavern. You see it is number one, it is early in the morning.
Of course.
So there aren't a lot of people. You do see someone actually sleeping on a chair, right behind the bar. You see, it's like a bird person but shorter. Honestly, someone make a nature check. Anyone, person though.
Let's see.
Any single person or just anyone in general?
A single person. Single person makes the check.
I have a +4.
I have a +1, so preferably not me.
For what?
Yeah, not me.
Nature.
Not me.
One.
Nature.
Oh,
I have a
I had
+4.
I have a +4.
Oh, Kiri, coin flip to determine who gets to roll it. Heads.
Heads.
Oh, wait. I guess I'm tails.
Heads.
Okay. In
Oh.
that
But
case,
It's you then.
in that case, make the nature check for me, please. Ooh.
Rip.
You have no idea what this thing is.
Rest in peace.
Yep,
It's
bird.
well noted that his wings are scarred.
I'm gonna
As
guess
he's
Kenku.
napping,
Final answer.
you know what a kenku is. This is not a kenku.
Damn it.
Is it an Aarakocra?
You know what an Aarakocra is. This is not an Aarakocra. Please stop guessing, because at some point
Standard pigeon.
you're either going to, you're not
Is it
going
a
to get
were
it.
raven?
You're either
close.
not going to guess it, or you're going to find out information that, for very important lore reasons, your characters do not have access to.
Okay.
Guys, it's obviously a gnome.
Anyways, as you settle in, are you guys making noises as you walk in? As this whispered creature is
Yeah.
sleeping. So you
I
make
would
noise.
I
Or
would
he's probably
assume,
not
with
that
how big
big.
I am, I would make a rather large footstep.
I'm trying not
Why are
to.
you?
Like shaking.
Why are you leaving so much light in your day, folks?
Oh,
Oh, you're new.
sorry. And I make sure to close the door
Sorry
after
about
myself.
that, sir.
Sorry.
What can I do for you? We don't really
Hmm.
serve food here. Or, I'll be honest, much of anything but
Hmm.
booze. You want booze?
Not right now. Thank you though.
We're
It's a bit
just
early for those, no?
we're
Why
just
do you think I was sleeping?
We just got to this town and
Thought we would check it out.
yeah.
do you just sleep when you're not drinking?
I don't. Not. I sleep when I'm not serving. Well, it's more like I sleep
Ah, that does make
when that
sense.
stupid thing is out, and he points to out like a window.
You mean the sun?
That's what you
Ah,
day folk call it.
Yes.
Mm.
does this guy look like he's got longer canines than most
No,
as he's speaking to
he
us?
has a beak.
Okay.
He looks similar to.
Ah,
It, it, it's as he's talking that you're realizing you don't know what he is classified as, but he looks similar to an owl.
Mm-hmm.
is he from Humblewood?
No. There is a default owl race.
Yeah, it's
There is.
The
yeah,
Owlin.
yeah, it's from Strixhaven.
I forgot the Owlin existed.
But yes, in this setting, and as he'll explain, we tend to call ourselves the Night Folk.
Let's see.
Ah,
I mean, that does sound like it would make sense.
Yeah, and his wings are very scarred. But he's like, so you guys are new in town, right?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, huh?
I'm Hoolan.
Hulin?
The name's Lanros.
Good to
And I
meet.
reach my hand out to shake his.
All right, he be gentle, please. As he like puts his wing out.
Shakes
I
vigorously.
am gentle.
So I'm joking.
Good. Lose the ability to fly, and then what else can you do?
If
Hmm.
I may ask,
Yes.
how are people's general uh how do I ask this? Sorry, I'm not really good with conversation. Um, how would you say the drinks are here?
Well, I think they're pretty good. Made by the best bartender anywhere around.
I'm guessing that's you.
Got it in one.
That's good,
Well.
I suppose. Um,
Any artist is only as good as his supplies.
You're
Do you
not
get
wrong
good
there.
stuff to brew out here?
Oh, yeah, we get we have a contract with Trinity.
Oh,
Trinity?
that's
Trinity?
so. How did you work that magic? That's impressive.
Oh, well, it wasn't cheap, I'll tell you that much. A city like that taxes things to the. Ugh. Uh, you guys. If
Now,
anyone
I'm
would
not
like to make
sure
a,
if you've noticed. Oh, God.
I was gonna say, if anyone would like to make a history check, because it's a very unlikely that any of you specifically would have heard of Trinity.
Yeah, it was.
I'd be down to do a history check.
Oh, I'd like
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a history check.
All right, go for it, both of you.
Okay.
All right. Looking
I
at
think I
it.
know what Trinity is.
Darn.
All right. Yes. Lanros. You know from a bit of like gambling details and like the occasional opponent that you've played from there. Uh, in this region, in this what was formerly independent region, Trinity is the largest city. It rivals the capital in size. So it is a large.
Actually, I think I
large.
know about Trinity because I might be from Trinity.
That is as interesting as that would be. That would be very weird to explain. So you're from, I guess, from Trinity, but you traveled. I
I mean,
feel
I
like
did travel. It wasn't part of my backstory that I was distancing myself from something.
got you. You taught. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So Trinity is the largest city in this region. So it is a large, like I said, rivals the capital in size. It is. There is not much I can say right now beyond it is a big city. I mean, like I haven't fully fleshed it out yet.
Mm.
But yes, it is a large city, and so he's
Mm.
saying basically that he has supplies from a very big city. One of the places that, of course, refused to host the
Quite a
guild.
ways away.
Well, you're not wrong, but it is what we get. And noted, from what Orth said, it's this entire region that has the bad water. Right.
Mm.
Anyways, so what brings you to? Well, I'm gonna be honest here. We don't.
Well,
Lord
we're
doesn't.
establishing a guild here, if you
Oh.
haven't heard.
Oh, you're part of that big building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
Yeah, huh?
we had uptick of workers when they were building that thing. Busiest I've been all year.
I suppose that helps with business.
Must have been good for business then.
Absolutely. But they left on account of that building being done.
Yeah.
Though I've heard that you guys have some contractor on call.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna step away for a moment.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, if you'll excuse me, I, unlike you, am not a day folk.
Yeah, I think we should probably leave. Let him
Yeah.
get his rest.
And
Yeah.
he's on his
Have a
chair.
good day,
By the way, if you want to know the
night.
inspiration for how I imagine this guy kind of sleeps, he's Blathers.
Who?
Am I stupid?
Blathers from Animal Crossing.
Oh,
Oh.
yep.
So that is like his like that. So like that was the interaction you had. Is basically that interaction you have when you go to the museum in Animal Crossing. So he will serve you during the day. You won't be happy about it. So you guys head to the shop next.
I believe so. That's the only other place we gotta go.
Yeah.
All right. So it is again. It is a small shopkeep. The shelves are there's like a shelf really. And you see standing on a stool, a very very small, what you would know to be a gnomish woman. Treely, darling, at your service.
I'm back. Sorry,
Ah.
wait a minute.
They just finished up and went to the general store.
Oh, okay.
Greetings.
Right, you're from
Hello.
the big
The
building,
name is
right?
Lanros, and
Ah.
yes, we are.
So, anything I can do for you? I'm sure you're all used to a much finer
No, we're
selection.
just stopping by all the places,
Not many places to stop by here.
checking
Yeah.
what's up.
We're
Well,
trying to get to know the people in the town.
okay, well, I don't get anything too special, but I do get a copy of Trinity Times. A month out of date, but I get it.
Yeah, what is going down in Trinity these days?
Well, according to
And I'm
this
gonna put a
paper.
gold piece on the counter for the newspaper.
All right, yeah, well, so she hands it to you. Again, it is a month out of date. Uh, what you see in the headlines are a lot of people dying young, which is like a common headline. The obituary page is long.
aka multiple pages long.
Honestly, yeah. You see, otherwise, Mayor Hamilton. No jokes. No jokes.
What's your name, man?
Ugh, dang it. All right,
You knew this was gonna happen.
You played yourself,
the
Bleeps.
worst part
Yeah, you
is,
did it to yourself,
I
please.
wasn't even thinking of the play. I was thinking of the city that happens to be right next to me,
Oh, that's even funnier.
which is also called Hamilton.
I guess for context, in case this is the first video or stream people are watching on this channel, yeah, we had recently,
Watched Hamilton.
yeah, watched the Hamilton the musical.
Anyways, carrying on. Yes, Mayor Hamilton uh, is, after the latest controversy, been called to run for re-election. That seems to be the big story. As a reminder, this is a month out of date. So, who knows how that election went?
Does it say who he was running against?
I guess we'll find out.
Fair enough.
He
It does
running
not
against
go
Mayor
into.
Bevan.
This was about. This wasn't about who his opponents are because that has not been decided yet.
Ah.
He was called to call an early election because of controversy. For whatever reason, the paper seems reluctant to go into detail about it. Which she'll kind of explain. Yeah, the paper is kind of run by the city itself, so.
Fair enough.
Fortunately, I don't actually know what's going on there. But that's about all I really have to offer at the moment.
Oh, that is okay. We're just traveling around saying hi to as many people as we can.
All right. Well, appreciate doing business with you, if we ever do business, that is.
Of course.
Don't be a stranger now.
I think that
We
we'll
will-
be doing business quite often.
Good to hear. All right. All right. So you guys are ready to go to the guild?
Yep.
Yeah, what just happened?
I think that was that Kiri again?
Yeah, left and rejoined.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, as you guys go to the guild hall, we get to the fun little surprise mechanic I got for you guys.
Oh, we got a plot twist.
Yes.
Or mechanical twist.
So, every time you guys level up, you guys are collectively going to be able to add one room to the guild hall. There are some rooms that it default has, like a research hall, a merchant's quarters, the planning room, and of course a medical quarter.
Do they have like rooms for us?
Yes, also rooms for you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But every time you guys level up, you guys will get to add one.
Oh shit.
Is
Yeah,
it
that's
out of like a
fucking-
list, or is
Uh,
it just like
whatever you guys come up with.
Is this a
okay?
we each get a new room,
This
Dad,
is
or just a
this is
group
a
decision?
collective decision.
Okay, okay, that's fucking
Uh,
cool. I
as
love that.
guild
Yeah,
members,
that's
you
cool.
guys' input is being asked.
I love that.
I will
That's
also
sick.
note that you guys had been told that some gear to help improve your chances has been sent to the guild. So I will
Gear.
also like to ask each of you, and I'll roll the dice for this, what each of you do to level up to level 2.
Ooh.
If you would like, I can tell you guys what you get for your level 2 feature. But we start with Clary. So you go into the guild, and what do you need, and what do you get? What do you do to get your? What do you get for level 2?
So I'm thinking. Hang on.
If I help, I will remind you what the feature is.
I had to take a look myself.
Yeah.
I
She's
believe
gonna.
Yeah.
She would probably run around, like, I'm assuming there's like a town square type situation or a park or something in this town.
Yeah, of course, yes.
She would run around like the park every day, or not every day, for like a couple hours
Yeah.
to
And kind
get
of
her ready for being able to move quicker.
yeah, getting yourself more even on the footing. You feel like
Yeah,
you can move easier now.
yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, simple enough. No extra gear required, but it helped to have somewhere. You were not moving at your full capacity, mainly because you've been sitting in a cart for like days.
Right.
Boop, beep, beep. All right, Kai.
How do I do this?
I will look at the feature for you if you need me to do so. I can tell you what your feature is.
Please.
At level 2, clerics get stop.
Channel Divinity.
Oh right, you do get right. You get your right and harness divine power, but
Yeah.
right. So shadow cleric gets what book? That's from I forget what book this is from.
It's from the Grim Hollow.
Grim Hollow makes sense. Yeah,
I
Grim
believe
Hollow.
it's Grim Hollow.
Shadow. I'll just search Shadow Domain. Surely it'll know. Nope, that's not. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I'll look through Grim Hollow.
Yeah, I want to say it's Grim Hollow.
So I'll look through Grim Hollow. Grim Hollow.
Oh, you know what?
Player.
It might be Kobo Press. It might
The
be Kobo
Kobold
Press.
is the company.
Or
Let's see. Nope. Yeah, nope. It's not Grim Hollow. So Cobalt Press. Do you mean?
Ebon Tides. Ebon Tides. Ebon Tides.
Ebon Tide.
There it
Thank
is.
you.
There it is.
That makes sense.
I was
Okay,
like,
yeah,
I
they're
was
all
like,
about that.
I was like, wait,
All
what
right.
was the name?
So, at level 2, the Shadow Cleric gets. I forgot there were 2 clerics from this. Shadow Man, there it is.
Yeah.
Shadow Cleric gets Shadow Grasp. You can use your channel, then you turn a creature's shadow against them as an action. Choose one creature that you can see within 30 feet and restrain. So, how do you explain that ability? How do you discover that ability? How do you practice, train that ability? Basically, to have people grabbed by their own shadows.
I would assume he would probably need like a training dummy for this.
Yeah.
Like just kind of using them as that as a reference.
Okay. Yes.
He since he's already kind of figured out how to control his own shadow,
Yeah.
he's he's gonna like try and focus on trying another shadow.
Yeah.
So he's tried from many different lengths of feet.
All right. Yes. Of course.
But once he gets because I see right here, I also looked it up.
Yeah. Yep. Once you get.
But once he got in like 30 feet of the training dummy itself, it does the shadow around that starts to
Mhm.
restrain the
Yep.
dummy.
Of course, yes. What you also realize after a bit of discussion with Trin is that undead are particularly compelled by their shadows. So you think that maybe if you can manipulate their shadows, you might get some kind of advantage. This is me explaining your return undead feature that you also get.
Mm-hmm.
And you also, of course, realize that if you take some time on occasion, you can turn your own shadow into energy to explain harness divine power.
Mm.
All right, we're gonna roll one more. Let's see. The next one is okay. That'll be our wondrous Neth.
Okay, so my character would be uh
Yes, sir.
yeah, it's infusions.
Correct. So this is you're gonna build something. No.
Yeah, so I'm tinking around with like
Mhm.
uh
So we'll state that
yeah,
your materials were sent to the guild hall. Is what happened.
right. Some
Yeah.
materials were brought over, and I am just working on some projects.
Mhm.
Uh,
You do not need to decide what infusions you're taking now.
right, right. I want time to think, so I'm working on something.
You're just working on stuff, as you can say.
Yeah,
That is enough explanation.
working on stuff and using some of the research notes to try to channel magic into stuff.
Okay. Uh, and now, fine. Second to last, Lanros. Lanros.
Land
Uh,
Ross.
so Lanros, what I'm having him do for this level up is
Mhm.
he already has like
Mhm.
the inherent powers of his kit. He is
Yeah.
just right now learning combat, like how to fight and take a hit essentially from Maris by sparring with him.
Got you.
I like that.
Uh, all right. As you, so let me see. So Illrigger, what is Illrigger? Level 2.
They get their
Uh,
combat mastery, I believe it's called.
yeah, I get my combat mastery and I also get another thing.
You.
Both of which are
Mhm.
like
Okay.
the combat mastery isn't so much of a
Mhm.
power that I'm getting from being an ill rigger.
Got you.
I'm just saying that that's him just learning how to like
Yeah.
move around and stuff,
And
and
you also
his
get.
interdict boons is a part of his power.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Yep. Okay. Sorry, like I said, it is so weird to just not know a class.
I mean, this is the first time that we're actually able to play with
I
it,
know.
which
I
I'm
know.
think
I took
shout
Yeah.
for reference, I took the unarmored defense combat mastery and soul eater for my interdict boon.
So that's why you trained with the that's why you trained
With
with the
the
barbarian who already has it.
yeah.
So if I look at
Also because he just looked like the toughest guy around when we
true
were
enough,
doing the combat.
that would make sense, yeah. Unfettered. Where do you see unarmored defense on this thing? You get it. Oh
It's
yeah, bravado.
it's
Bravado.
bravado.
Yeah, okay. You said soul eater for your boon?
Yeah.
What do I interdict boons? Here we go. Soul Eater. When you burn a seal, you can activate this boon to gain temp. All right, so this is all you getting tougher. I got you. Okay, which makes sense because you experienced pain for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not for like the first time, but that was his first time having like a mortal wound.
Right. Yeah.
It kind of freaked the fuck out of him.
All right. So you get two things at level 2. How does uh Maris
Uh,
get stronger?
yeah, so I get this is for my level 2 stuff, right?
Yes.
So
You get danger
I get
sense
reckless
and reckless
attack and
attack.
danger sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I kind of figured it would be him kind of adjusting to his new body, like
Right.
stretching it in ways that aren't normal. like
Of course.
just playing with his weird shapes.
So what you find is that you can kind of stretch your body to hit things easier, but of course, stretching your body means that it's more target for the enemy to hit.
Yeah, so I can use it as like. So I imagine Reckless's attack is like using it as a way to surprise people in a way
Yeah,
they
of
wouldn't
course. Yeah.
attacking them in a way they wouldn't
Well,
expect.
again, yeah. But again, you're stretching yourself out, so it leaves you open. Quite
Yeah,
literally.
and then, yeah. So I imagine training was kind of what I had in mind anyway.
Yeah.
So
So as you're training with Maris, you're seeing him stretch his body in ways that you've never seen a human stretch their body, Lanra.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And,
like
And but yes, and you also get danger sense.
yeah, which is advantage on deck saves
Advantage on deck save. I'm gonna say advantage on deck saves.
when you see them coming or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Basically,
imagine it's
as
kind of
long
the
as-
same concept. He's just kind of like changing shape to avoid,
Yeah.
hopefully dodge whatever is.
Yeah, to dodge the
Threatening him.
fireball, you're making sure that it's
Yeah.
like... All right, yeah, awesome. So, do you guys know what room you'd like to add to the guild hall?
I was thinking
as, like,
some sort,
contractors are
like,
coming
most
back-
of us are, like, melee.
What'd you say?
Sorry, go ahead. I was thinking a gym of some sort since most of us are melee.
That would be a thing. Yeah, so contractors coming in. Yeah, we can get you one more room. They say. It's like, and then you're asked, what do you guys think would be useful? So
I think
Probably-
a potion brewing room would be useful so that we can have our own supply.
of course,
That is also
I
good.
could,
Yeah.
I
so
could
kind
also
of like
be
an alchemist.
good.
Okay.
So we got like a giant, like a big training hall or gym.
Yeah, that's
Or a
option
pool.
A, or the potion, or an alchemist setup.
I will say
That would
I
probably be used
do
by Dwell mainly, or I guess you.
I do know how to work well with alchemist supplies, if that would help the consideration.
I am also good in
Would
like
that come with like
uh,
materials to brew potions included?
Technically, kind of. I would say it would have the equipment. Materials would be a bit harder to get out here, but doable. But you could probably get them easily from Dwell.
Okay.
So.
I am
Yeah, because I was thinking that a good decision would be to have like a potion brewing room so that we can not like anything crazy,
No, of course.
but like potions of healing and
I
stuff,
do
so that we
believe-
can supply ourselves
I
with that.
do believe Xanathar has some rules for brewing potions that we can look at. Maybe not necessarily used exactly as written, but they have rules that they have established rules that we can use.
Right.
So let me look here. But yes, is that what you guys want to go with?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
fine.
I'm
Well,
pretty good at medicine.
we should leave this up to a vote.
You know what? Sure. So two options have been brought out. You can only vote for one /poll.
Oh, we're doing a poll. Okay.
New room.
Funny.
So option 1 will be gym.
We've been liking using polls a lot.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Option 2, I guess alchemist room would be what we'd call it.
Yeah.
All right, you can only vote once. Oh yeah, let me do reaction because for whatever reason reactions don't work here in this call for some reason. Anyway, there we go. There we go. All right, only vote once.
Yeah, I'll go alchemist.
Well, that was
Okay.
quick.
that was
Okay.
quick.
That
That was
good voting, everybody.
This is a democracy.
That's cool, but-
That's such a good idea. I think
Democracy.
I can't think of anything.
Democracy at its
better.
finest.
Okay, so with that, our first session of the new campaign comes to a close. I will offer, as promised, an inspiration. Dill, your performance as Maris was great. I think I gotta give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually want to ask: were you guys surprised? Did I do a good job keeping my lid on this one?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I did not expect the fucking
Dude,
plot
that
twist from-
shocked the fuck out of me. The second you said he died, I'm like, Oh, okay. This is him wanting to show off his zealot powers, and he worked out like an arrangement with plebes where
That's what
he
I
has
was.
them return from death 1 from level 1.
That's what I was
Because that's
thinking
what I would
too.
try to do if I was a zealot barbarian, because that's the coolest feature it gets, and it gets it so late. I'd be like, yo, can I just have this like from level 1 because it's like the entire reason I want to play the character or like the class.
But fucking
No,
the
no,
lightning
I
bolts
assume.
Yeah, he
from
suggested the
God.
class based on my. He suggested the class based on my.
Yeah.
What I
So
was
yeah,
thinking.
he gave me the backstory concept and said he wanted to basically be a slime that was brought back by someone brought back in the body of a slime by a god. I'm like, okay, there are literally two things that work for that. There's the plasmoid race and the zealot barbarian.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'd
And
go
so,
with that.
and so we came up with this idea that's like, okay, when you first meet him, he'll be human.
And
Yeah,
then
he suggested
fucking
the idea that it happens
sliming
in
God.
session 1 instead of.
Jesus
Like, okay, I'm
Christ.
cool with that.
Oh my God. That was.
Yeah, I hope you guys like the original Marius art. Probably won't see it again.
Can we just?
Yeah, it's
Dill,
kind of sad because I did grow a little attached to
Dill,
it.
can
but-
you
Yeah,
post
it's
the image?
good.
Dill, can you post the image and
here's
get
the
in the
thing.
guild hall and just put
Dude,
rip?
when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, you kind of captured a barbarian like you didn't for Spiral. Because he actually looked like built, you know?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
about Spiral. I felt I didn't do as good of a job on that.
I think the art you did was fine.
I think he was fine, but
Yeah,
he didn't look as strong as I wanted him to.
yeah.
I mean,
so
to
no,
be
Marius,
to
Yeah,
be
that's what, more
here's-
so what I was thinking.
here's the thing. To be
Yeah.
fair, Dill,
you could
you've
post,
been
like,
you've been hit with confusion a lot with that character.
yeah.
But also,
God.
I would say that Rumia doesn't look particularly like she would have 20 strength, so I don't know.
So okay, here's the deal. My barbarian also does it, but my whole explanation is that his strength comes from the magic.
Yeah.
That is his explanation for how his strength works.
I mean, yeah,
But
it
yes,
makes sense. If you're a wild
I
magic,
would
it makes
love-
sense.
If you could post both versions of Marius, it would be awesome.
Yeah, can you post them in the
Yeah,
guild?
It took me a while to find the art channel. Apparently, I had it text channels
Yeah.
hidden.
Oh,
Man,
It's current.
please, I
Maris
just
the
had a,
Human
yeah.
is currently uploading.
Yeah.
I
which
just
is the
had a-
file name.
I just had an
Mar-
afterthought that we should have done with
What?
how we did our level up. We should have had like a -2 added to her attacks since she wasn't quite as light on her feet as she normally would be.
Oh, that was just flavor.
Yeah, Eve, that's flavor.
It's just flavor. You were not light on your feet, so you couldn't use your rogue. What's the names? Cunning actions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cutting actions.
Human looks. This is like your standard Dill art.
I mean,
Yeah.
standard
Yeah.
Dill
I do
art,
quite
it's
attached
still
to it.
good.
It's so cute though.
It
It's
is.
awesome, yeah.
It is.
And then we got Maris. What do you have the other one called? I'm curious.
It's just Maris.
Just Maris. That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, my God,
Yeah. I drew the slime one first, and then I drew the human
Yeah. Of
version
course.
after.
Of course
and I
you
was
did.
like,
Of course
mean,
you did.
here's
Yeah.
the
Of course you did.
I'll say this: a good part of a story
But I
is
do really like
is
it.
something unexpected happening. That was really unexpected.
Yeah. By the way,
Right?
that for the record
Oh,
is why I did not care about fixing his human stats.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everything is
oh yeah.
funny. Why not
By
something
the way,
hilarious?
plebes,
Yeah. Yeah.
what I was implying when
hmm
he knocked both of them out, I'm like, oh, that's weirdly on brand for him. Is that, oh my god, he looks like Mysterio.
He
I
I thought that
does.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that too, and I kind of dug it because originally I was going for a completely different design for him.
I
And then
assume the
I struggled to
idea-
draw it, and then
Yeah,
I drew this, and I was like, oh, I like
I
that.
assume the idea here is the slime kind of just made naturally a version of the clothes that Maris was wearing.
Yeah, I imagine the clothes
Stayed on the
are
body.
just the slime. Yeah,
Wanna know a
Uh,
funny
but the
thing
weapon
that
is still the
happened?
sword.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's the same weapon because you picked up an actual weapon.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I 100% read Maris's name initially as Menace. Felt weird.
Yeah, no. So
I-
yeah,
I'm so glad that now Dark and Darker is canonic in your
Murderous
D&D
Marcus.
world.
Yeah.
Also, can I?
Murderous
I-
Marcus is,
Murderous
I did
Marcus
not-
is
is
my
Din's
dark
I
and
did
darker
not-
Dark and
character.
Darker character.
I did not realize that you guys were referencing something.
Yeah.
I do say the idea of that being your brother that was involved with that whole incident in your backstory,
Maris and Marcus.
that would add some levels to it. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, God, when you did that, I was like, wait, is Dill changing his character already?
Yeah, I remember I heard you say
Was
that.
Dill
Yeah.
already
didn't
going to
think that
pull a
for a
Kiri?
second because I knew he was.
Mhm.
I didn't think he was changing characters already for a second because I knew that he was zealot.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is somehow related to him being a zealot barbarian.
I mean, I will
Either
just
he
tell
just
you.
wanted to show off his power
Or, yeah,
because he like convinced plebes to give it to him at level 1, or it's like this is the origin of him being a zealot.
I mean, I will say, yes,
Yeah.
he is absolutely related to him being a zealot.
That is
That
fucking
divine
hysterical.
lightning bolt that did a thing might be why he has holy barbarian powers.
Anyway, I would love to. Oh wait, I just realized I'm still recording and streaming. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay tuned for more. Bye bye.